Hello, YouTubians. It's the Golden Rule. I had a lot of subscribers, friends and family get a hold of me yesterday and today asking if I was okay. So I'm working in Qatar as a contractor. And there were a slew of videos talking about a coup attempt 2 nights ago. Whole lot of them. They're very realistic, talking about a coup here, helicopters in the air, explosions, all kinds of crazy stuff that I personally did not see. Also, this narrative that the former prime minister who was ousted 3 months ago was behind all of this. What I can tell you is I'm safe. There's no coup here. And there wasn't any of the explosions or the aircraft in the air that people described. I can tell you this. 2 nights ago, I was woken up a couple times because we had rolling thunderstorms going all across the state of Qatar. Some trees were uprooted. There was actually a field hospital for COVID-19 patients that was destroyed from a windstorm. So we had thunderstorms just popping up in different areas in the desert. And I overheard it, and it sounded like, backfire of a motorcycle for a second. Then I thought, well, it's not raining here, but it sounds like thunder. Because it was isolated thunderstorms in isolated areas. And, it bounces off the ocean. It bounces across the desert. So it was far off. And a lot of people were posting 2 nights ago, did you hear the explosions in Al Wakra? And that was what kicked this whole thing off. I think what happened was people were tweeting about these explosions they thought they heard in Al Wakra. And some countries that aren't friendly with Qatar decided to jump on board and create this narrative that there was a coup attempt. And then they started posting these videos about it. And these videos, I'm going to share with you in just a second, these videos were not of Qatar. They were from other places. In fact, some of them were from Bahrain and some of them were from Saudi Arabia. I recognize them. They're all from 2-3 years ago and 5 years ago from other uprisings in other countries. This stuff did not happen here. Somebody made it up, and then they came up with this narrative that the prime minister, the ex-prime minister, was doing a coup. It was a lie. So I'll show you these videos right now and give you my comments. Okay, this is the first one that was sent to me. It's actually by a Saudi bot. They're claiming this was at Al Wakra, where I work, a couple minutes before I got to work yesterday. And sorry, that did not happen. That is a video from, I believe, Saudi Arabia with an uprising about 5 years ago. There was a problem there 5 years ago. It is posted by someone who hates Iran. I'll just say that, who sent it to me. And I think this one was from Bahrain a few years ago. And I was in Bahrain during the uprising in 2012 with the Pearl Roundabout. I was there. So I think this is where this one's from. But they're claiming it was here. You hear a Filipina complaining. Here, listen. So I think this was Bahrain, but they posted it yesterday saying that this was Hamid bin Jassim bin Jabir Al Thani, his former PM and FM, who I actually met, was doing an overthrow of Tamim bin Al Thani. Totally false, totally bogus. I think this is Bahrain, like in 2012, I'm pretty sure. What I can tell you is that's not Al Wakra. It wasn't yesterday. And there was a thunderstorm. I can tell you that. I heard the thunderstorm. Okay, this is a vlogger somebody sent me. And he doesn't even know how to say Qatar. He says Qatar. And he says that Qatar is a Shia country backing the Houthis. Now, there's a lot of Yemenis here, but they're not in the fight at all. This guy is totally wrong, but this is what he posted. And most of this stuff is from Saudi Arabia a few years ago, and some of it is Bahrain. None of this is Qatar.
An ongoing military coup inside the nation of Qatar. For those that don't know, Qatar is a tiny nation on the eastern side of Saudi Arabia. Qatar is a Shia.
Let's listen to more of this clown.
Muslim country, and Saudi Arabia is a Sunni Muslim country. These countries are at odds most of the time.
So he's showing footage, and this may even be Yemen. I mean, this is a full-on war. I'm here. There were no rockets, or no helicopters, no explosions, no gunfire. There was a thunderstorm.
Qatar supports Hamas and the Houthi rebels in Yemen.
So Qatar is, and has been for the last 12 to 15 years, a champion for trying to promote peace process, diplomatic peace process. So they're not supporting Hamas, but they are giving Hamas money so people don't starve in Palestine. So yeah, I really am at odds with this guy.
Saudi Arabia does not.
I mean, that's a full-on battle.
Here's some footage of gunfire, helicopters, explosions.
It's not in Qatar. And I think this is the Bahraini stuff again. This is Bahrain 2012, I think. Yeah, I really cannot believe this guy posted this stuff. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I thank you guys for sending me this, but this isn't me. This isn't here. Did not happen. You got some of the same stuff I got. Yeah, this is I think this is Bahrain. Now this is not, I don't have any idea where this is, but it's not Qatar. I don't know where he got that. So I don't know what this footage is. He's got some footage of some other country. Yeah. I don't mean to laugh. I mean, this is serious stuff that happened. It just didn't happen here. Yeah, this is not Qatar. This did not happen. Sorry.
Now, I suspect this may be a Saudi Arabian-backed coup, but this man has a different theory. According to unconfirmed reports, the former
Okay, well, let's listen to what he says. Hang on.
Emir of Qatar, Hamad bin Khalifa, is attempting a military coup after the interim Emir, Tamim bin Hamad, initiated an investigation into the commercial activities of his...
The interim Emir? Sorry, but the Emir here in Qatar is loved. And the former PM, he's his relative, and they get along. It's just he put in new people. There's nothing going on. There is no coup. And this guy completely made this stuff up, and he followed a bunch of the bots and the propaganda coming out of Saudi Arabia, which is sad that they're doing this. There is a problem with Saudi Arabia and Bahrain and United Arab Emirates and Egypt, who have blockaded for over 2 years now the state of Qatar. So that's the truth of it. And they do these periodic attacks. And because people were posting that there's a thunderstorm, hey, did you hear that? What's that explosion? They jumped on it and rolled out this thing that the old prime minister did a coup. Didn't happen. I'm safe. This is totally BS. Let's see what else he says, and then I'll call it quits. But it just makes me mad when I see such fake nonsense.
Predecessor. And here's some more footage.
Yeah, some more footage. It's not Qatar. I have no idea where that is, but it certainly did not happen here in Qatar. There's not been one shot here in daytime. I've been here off and on since 2003, and yeah, that's just ridiculous what he's saying. Anyway, I'm going to stop dignifying this guy with playtime and stop watching his video. So, why did it happen? In closing, Well, as you know, there is still an embargo. I have some coins stuck in Saudi Arabia right now. There's an embargo that's led by the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Egypt. They are trying to have Qatar be aligned with whatever they say, and Qatar is not doing that. There's a very popular young emir here, and he's not going to do what Saudi Arabia says. Saudi Arabia gave some unrealistic demands to Qatar. They said you got to shut down Al Jazeera, you got to stop doing diplomacy. Whether Qatar supports Hamas or not really isn't Saudi Arabia's business. And from what I understand, they're trying to support peace process. They're doing that with the Taliban. What Qatar has been trying to do for the last 10 years is meant to be a peacemaker. They're trying to be at the forefront of truce negotiations. Remember when there were some hostages way back even 12 years ago in Iraq? Saudi Arabia wasn't the one at the forefront trying to get those people released for America. It was Qatar. So a lot of this is Qatar is being told they have to stop doing these activities because they might be talking to people that other players in the region don't agree with or don't want to talk to. And so I laud the independence of Saudi Arabia, of Qatar. And I can tell you right now that the coup attempt that was talked about in these videos I just showed you, utter nonsense. It did not happen. We had rolling thunderstorms that went through the region 2 nights ago, and a lot of people commented on Twitter about these rolling thunderstorms. What is this explosion? Then all of a sudden, the trolls and the bots went crazy, creating this false story about a coup attempt that did not happen. So to all my friends, family, and subscribers, I'm safe. There's no coup here. And thoughts and prayers to everybody out there. Be safe with COVID-19. Thank you.